lettuce,
tomato,
pickle,
beef,
bun.
Assemble!
I would like to introduce a new segment, if you will.
I will.
Bowling Alley Masterpiece.
And we're going to talk about today.
Narc, one of my favorite bowling alley masterpieces.
You talked this game up a lot.
I did. And
How'd you get excited about Narc in the first place?
Why did I get excited about that game? I don't know, man. It was like, it had a good message. Say no to drugs all over it, you know?
Everything said dare back then.
Yeah, and I wore like a Hugs Are Better Than Drugs Dare t-shirt once, you know? I had
good.
a Dare jacket. I didn't exactly subscribe to that my whole life, but...
So you had two cops.
Yep, wearing motorcycle helmets.
Yeah, and vests.
And vests. Carrying...
Dual submachine guns.
Yep, and missile launchers.
Of course.
And then you could, you know, you didn't show the missile launcher until you went to shoot it, and then it like came out of nowhere, and you only had like 3 or 4 missiles to begin with. But then you like, if you shot the drug dealers, they exploded.
If you managed to hit one, yeah.
Yeah, and not you hit your partner.
And the first time I shot one of those missiles out, that trail of smoke behind it, I didn't know what the heck was going on.
Right,
So I couldn't tell it was a
and
missile.
then like the body parts rained down from the sky, still on fire. The guys that you're going up against, you had your classic drug, you know, stereotype drug dealer.
or stereotypical flasher.
Yeah, well, like I said, the first guy is like in a trench coat. Hey, you want to buy this? You know, the second baddie's like throwing hypodermic needles like they're ninja stars at you.
Yes.
Wearing a ponytail and like all black. What are some of the other? Then there was like another guy that I forgot. I already forgot.
Yeah, some of the bosses.
Mr.
Are just
Big,
really
you know,
stupid.
yeah.
Mr. Big was the worst thing I've ever seen.
And so it's like Narc to me. The way it opens up, the way you're there, dropped in this cool car, which is like a Magnum PI type car.
Did you jump out of a helicopter in the beginning? I don't remember.
I no, you come in the car.
You come in the car.
Yeah,
that's
you come
right.
in the car.
Okay.
The car is always your vessel.
Yeah.
So when the car pulls up, you jump out and you run around. So it's like you got a cool car, because like a Corvette or something, you know, convertible. You're like, oh, awesome! You're
Topless.
You're red and blue, yeah, convertible.
Topless
Yeah.
Corvette.
So you're red and blue cops wearing vests, tack pants, boots, weaponry, motorcycle helmets. Your car is most likely made up of a ghost.
Yeah.
Because it shows up every now and then, especially if you die, it just comes out of nowhere
And then you get to drive it for about 5 seconds before you crash it.
into dumpsters.
Randomly placed dumpsters.
But like before each level, it would pop up. You know, it would show you like a computer screen in the middle with like digitized face of the guy you're going for, and that to me was very RoboCop-ish.
It was very RoboCop-ish.
And then the fact that you're wearing the motorcycle
in the
helmet,
worst ways.
In the worst ways, yeah. It was like it was the RoboCop TV show. It was RoboCop 3 and TV show, RoboCop-ish. At least RoboCop 3.
RoboCop 3 is great.
It's horrible.
Hold your opinions
Horrible
till the end.
with your little wing suit of
Sweet jetpack,
yeah. So
child hacker, ninja robot that goes haywire
you're wearing this motorcycle helmet. You just
because his emotions chip malfunctions.
yeah, it's like, you know, they said, hey, what was a good TV show you watched last week? I watched this show where this robot kind of had this thing in his head, you know?
Went haywire.
Write it down. Make it so. See?
What rhymes with Icarus?
Everything. If you put Icarus on the end of it.
Wow.
Sit in your chair, kiss Icarus.
I think we just hopped into the virtual convertible and rammed into a dumpster.
I think we did. It ended. But so the cool part about Narc, though, was so funny because you could either destroy people by shooting them and blowing them apart, or you could arrest them.
Yeah.
And they drop baggies of drugs and money. And
That's all we wanted.
That's all you wanted.
That's all,
And,
all we're asking for.
The tally at the end of the levels was like how much money you got and how much drugs you got.
Yeah.
So it's like, are we the good guys or the bad guys? I don't know. That's why
double meta.
Narc was down that line, and then they remade it in the Xbox, which apparently is down. I think you can do the.
We're gonna find out.
You could be bad or good. Or
The thing that sucks though is that Mr. Big does not appear to be in the new one. Or new one, I'm saying new. It's like 20 years old. But at the end of the first game, when we got to Mr. Big, I gotta say that was the stupidest looking thing I've ever seen.
This is okay. We're gonna spoil this one real quick.
Yeah.
We didn't beat this game because
Yeah.
we're horrible at it.
Because
it's a quarter muncher.
It's a quarter muncher. You have infinite continues until you get to the boss, and then it's like you got 3 chances, and then you got to start over every time.
Yeah,
Stupid.
and yeah, so it's like you keep coming back in whenever you want. So the big boss, First, you got to fight him, and he's in a wheelchair. Was he in a wheelchair?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's rolling around in a wheelchair. He looks like you're,
David Lopan.
yeah,
Old man Lopan.
Yeah, but like dressed up like as the Godfather.
Yeah.
So you shoot him in a wheelchair.
Obviously.
Then he goes through like 17 different elevators, gets to the top, and then then you break into his room. Boom! Here we are. We're Narc dudes. We're gonna come in there and wreck it, right? So then there's this giant head
Flying around. Spitting tongues out.
Giant head flying around, spitting tongues out. And I'm like, what? So then we managed to
Shoot all the skin off of
shoot
it.
all the skin off. So that was a giant skull on a
Pogo neck.
on a snake spine neck, slamming around, still shooting tongues,
More tongues.
slapping you around, pinning you against the wall. We did that for about, I don't know, 4 runs, and we're like, that's it, I'm done.
I've seen enough.
Yep, giant mutated head, man.
This one is a...
Don't do drugs, guys.
Yeah. Leave it in the bowling alley.
It is a bowling alley masterpiece. And that kind of like when we played the game and we basically got to the very end in, I don't know, 15 minutes maybe. And I was like, what are we doing here? Yeah. Where did my life go?
And now we're talking about it.
Took all the nostalgia out of it though, because I just remember pumpkin water.
Well, that's the thing. That's the danger with these is when you go back to try to play old games.
Yeah, don't meet your heroes, guys.
Don't meet your heroes. You go back and you meet these old games again, and they're no good. They're impossible to play. They're hard. They're annoying. They're just not fun.
So they should do like a Narc Grand Theft Auto. Open world, just go bust whoever you want, blow anybody apart, no consequences.
They should do a Grand Theft Auto.
What?
Triple meta.
No, triple meta is definitely garbage. That's just equal to, not even greater, it's equal to.
Bowling Alley Masterpiece.
Thank you for listening to Hamburger Robot. Join us wherever you get your podcasts.
Join us.
Join us.